Michael Buffer here, and you are watching Lights Out.
This is Faisal for Lights Out, proudly sponsored by Spartans Law. We're here in London for today's press conference for this Saturday night show at the Copper Box Arena, where Hamza Shiraz will take on Liam Williams. Featuring on that card is none other than Qais Ashfaq, who takes on Masood Abdullah. Qais, firstly, thank you very much for taking your time out to speak to me. How are you doing today?
Yeah, not bad, just got the press conference done. Looking forward to the weigh-in tomorrow and moving to fight night Saturday.
I was expecting a nice quiet press conference, but it didn't turn out that way. What did you make of how Masood sort of questioned a few things that you had to say during that presser?
Well, so was I. A funny thing was, right before he went off on one, so to speak, I was just saying I've heard how much of a nice kid he is, all that sort of stuff. But maybe it was a tactic, try to rattle me a little bit, but which isn't going to happen. I'm more experienced than that. I'm more knowledgeable than that. But yeah, like I say, it was quite eventful, which I never expected.
That's boxing, unexpected as they say. But yeah, firstly, how's training camp and preparation gone for this fight on Saturday night?
Brilliant. I'm looking forward to showing how well and how good training camp went on Saturday, and I believe it will show.
Last time out, your fight was against Liam Dillion, where unfortunately you didn't pick up the win. That was what I believe 7 months ago. So what's changed about you now? What's different about you now?
Well, that was the weight above. Now I'm back at the weight I really should be at. They mentioned on the press conference that how come I took the fight, and I explained to him that I don't say no fights. I took the fight, and within 10 minutes, when it got mentioned to me, within 10 minutes I'd agreed. Same with the Dillion fight. It was an opportunity. Whether it was the weight above, but an opportunity, and I took it with both hands.
Put you back in the mix on Saturday night. But what does a defeat do for you? Is that a major setback, and perhaps maybe a bigger setback than the last fight?
Listen, I'm a firm believer. What's meant to be is always going to be. What's for me is going to, come to me. And I don't believe we can. We can't say what a defeat or a win will do, because you never really know. It's all in Allah's plan, and that's my belief.
See, people look at a defeat as probably the worst thing possible in boxing, but there's positives to take as well when you lose a fight, because you learn a lot about yourself. What have you learned about yourself since that last fight with Liam Dillion?
You do learn things. Like, for example, even though it was the weight above, it was my first 12 rounder. I did the full 12 rounds, and you learn things about yourself in that fight itself, and it's only made me more confident and showed me how little adjustments make big differences in a fight like a 12-round fight. But yeah, of course you learn things. You always learn. It's a sport of learning where you never stop.
Can we expect to see perhaps you do anything different on Saturday night in terms of stylistically wise and how you set up the fight?
I can't give that away, but like I say, you're going to see a top performance, and God willing, inshallah, a victory for myself.
What does Masood do well, but what doesn't he do well?
I believe he's got a lot of openings. He's a good kid. He's tough. He's very rugged, actually, to be honest with you, and he can punch a bit as well, I've heard. So he has his assets. So do I. But I do believe I'll capitalise on his mistakes and what he does wrong.
Yes, before I let you go, just one final question. How does this fight end on Saturday night at the Copper Box?
In terms of what happens in the fight, that's again, I'll leave that to Allah. But I believe I win the fight, and I go home with the victory in the belt.
Well, Qais, we wish you the best of luck for Saturday night. Thank you very much for your time. First ever time we've done an interview. It's a pleasure, and thank you for taking your time out to speak to Lights Out.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.